Okay, so I think we are complete. We have a special guest today, Tapakwedi, and in this case, I would like to formally hand over to you guys. As you know, to set up, we are investors, potential investors. You should try to convince us, and welcome to the panel today.
Good day, everyone. My name is Cosmos. We are here to present a business idea, actually a business canvas and a financial plan for a great business we have proposed. We have named our business idea the Butcher Pack. Actually, a butchery idea. We've run a bit of market research and identified an overview of the general market of the meat market actually in Namibia. We want to cater for the market that is almost neglected by the monopolistic two firms.
My name is Jairus Shupwata. The process flow chart of the Butcher's Pack obviously starts at cattle receiving. That's obviously from our suppliers. Obviously, with that also, the cattle will be kept in a yard where we will be collecting the manure for fertilizer and so forth.
My name is Lucia, so I'll be presenting the business for our Butcher Pack. The key partners here are the customers and the consumers that will be buying from us. For the cost structure, we basically have to we included 9 elements, but important ones will also be about insurance and supplies and delivering, marketing, and then the rest are just basic like land and buildings and for the employees.
My name is Mami Batilipa and I will be presenting you with a financial plan. Our initial capital will be 650,000 Namibian dollars, and the required capital is 100,000 Namibian dollars. The gross profit is cost minus revenue. For the first 2 years, we'll be making a loss, but that's just because we're getting our business off the ground. But as you can see, for the next 7 years after that, we'll be making a profit. So the taxable profit is the gross profit minus the expenses. So as you can see that it's in the negative, but that's due to the loss that we were making in the first 2 years. But as you go along, we'll be making up that money and getting into the positives.
And that actually has brought us to the conclusion of our business presentation. This part was supposed to be delivered by my partner, Justina, but I believe she's in absentia. So I'll quickly just sum up and then we get the session of questions and inputs.
Very well done. Any questions from my colleagues, Tapwa?
Well, as a potential investor, I'd like to think that the business I'm investing in has looked at all the potential risks. So what are some of the risks that I can expect as an investor, or what are some of the risks as the business, as you as a business?
Like I've said before, we have identified a few most operational and also business-wise economic risks.
Can you explain what you require from us, whether it's equity investment or whether it's a debt investment? And as an investor, I would be interested to know when we get the money back.
What we expect from you is an equity investment, actually. So you will be getting repayment starting from 5 years going forward.
You showed us that process chart, how the meat is coming in, how it's selected and chopped and etc. Are you guys butchers? Do you personally slaughter the cattle, or how's that working?
Not entirely as a butcher, but we will be having a component of butchering our own cattle.
So this will be employees that you hire?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you everyone for having me today. And to the students, thank you for insightful presentation.
We think the business idea is an interesting one. It has been well researched. The business idea was well described. We had the impression that the financial part is a little bit on the weak side. The presentation was well done. Some of you were a little bit nervous, which is perfectly all right. In general, I think it was a very good presentation of all of you.
I was really absolutely amazed by the knowledge of details and the process chart that they actually really convinced me. So I had the feeling you thought it through. You could answer critical questions. You had a logical argumentation. And that was true for the business. The more financial it is, the weaker your argumentation gets, and the less critical you were able to reflect upon what was written on some of the slides.
The presentation was fairly well presented. Maybe just to comment you all for being on time relatively, despite the connectivity issues. I thought some of the slides were very wordy, and I always feel if you present slides and there's too many words on there, people start to read what is put on the slides and they're no longer listening to you. It's a bit of a challenge to use non-verbal communication skills when you're presenting virtually, but it's still important that you try and maintain relatively good eye contact with your audience, although it's only a camera that you have to look at.
We like the business idea. We think that there is potential. So thank you for offering this to us. We are not ready yet to commit our money, but would give you the task just to rework the financial plan, make it a bit more resilient, more just a stronger financial case.